Hi, I'm Bybreen Samuels and welcome back to another episode of Soul Stirring Astrology, where I give you my textured take on the world of astrology. So welcome back to the second in my North Node series. So I'm dealing today with the North Node in Taurus and or in the second house. And so when we're looking at a North Node in Taurus, that means that the reflection, the polarity, is the South Node in Scorpio. So in past lives, the signature here was there was a deep reliance on other people to take care of you, and particularly people in powerful positions. So therefore, there's this tendency of ceding power to others because you think that they, A, can take care of you and or bring you more value. And so the journey towards your growth in this lifetime is to understand and really cultivate your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-value. How much value do you actually place on yourself? And the reason being is because Taurus is ruled by Venus. And Venus, the core of Venus is, values. What is it that you value? What is it that's so meaningful for you? What's your top 10 values? And once you're really clear about what your values are, when you step out into the world and where the experiences of the world correlate with that, that's fantastic. You're going to keep on flowing downstream. Where the experiences aren't aligning with that, then you know it's time to let that go. That's not a vibrational match. And so particularly with the North Node in Taurus, what you're seeking is a vibrational match, but the vibrational match has to come from within first, and then you can take that out into the world. Because North Node in Taurus people are on this quest. They want the perfect soulmate, always seeking this partner. But actually what you need to be releasing is the validation of other people to make you feel whole. You need to release that pattern, that way of behaving in the world, because the more you hold on and gain your identity through other people, is the less that you're able to come up with your own sense of values. And so what you're seeking to integrate more of is, what really makes me tick? What really is going to enable me to grow in a way that's meaningful, that I can identify, that I can recognize, that I can build myself, because you are a master builder. One of the things that you've been attracted to in your past life are crisis situations. Somebody's got a crisis, you drop everything to sort them out, and in doing so there's this unexpressed, but certainly a request that's there, that if I do this for you, then you will take care of me. That's what you need to break in this particular lifetime, because if you don't, you won't be growing. And the North Node and the sign it is in is always pointing all of us to where we need to grow the most. So self-respect, self-worth and self-value are the things you must cultivate in this life. In terms of talents and profession or career, or where you could be gaining some prominence in your life, you're a master builder. So Taurus is an earth sign, so it's about practically what can you build, and you're building things for yourself and for other people that can be recognized primarily through the senses: taste, touch, smell, etc. So you could be drawn to professions whereby you're working on the body. You could be a masseuse, you could be a stylist, a clothes stylist, you could be a beautician, you could set up an organic farm, you might launch a vegan restaurant, or you might be building, a home of some sort, or engineering, or a product. So it's things that you can build, and it's based on your values. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is that this quest for the perfect, relationship, you're going to be seeking it, yearning it, and the desperation for it will begin to show through. You may be able to acquire this relationship, but you have to do the work first on your own sense of value. And so therefore, the more that you raise your vibrations and you take that out into the world, you are vibrating at such a high level that you're going to start attracting your vibrational match, and you'll attract your vibrational match the more you understand what your values are. And it's aligning yourself with your values, and then if people align with that, great. If they don't, that's equally great. It's not for you, because if you don't, you could then find yourself in this crisis type of relationship which you're trying to break in this particular lifetime. So Lady Gaga is a great example of somebody who has her North Node in Taurus, and she has her North Node at 2 degrees of Taurus. And so 2 degrees is a special degree. It means it's someone who has the potential to be known as world class in some way, and she clearly is. She's a global icon via her music, and she's now a global icon because of her win for the Oscar for A Star Is Born. And her chart is really interesting because she has Venus at 24 degrees in Aries, a cardinal sign, in her 10th house. So she's the leading lady. She's known right across the world because Venus is also connected to music. It's a cardinal sign. She's somebody who's very action orientated. And at the time of the Oscar win, you had Uranus transiting and connecting and conjuncting her Venus at 29 degrees of Aries just before it ingressed into Taurus. So we have Venus, which is a representation of women and love, and then you have Uranus, which is this surprise win, but it was about a love story. A Star Is Born is about a love story. So we have this wonderful conjunction right there in her 10th house. Then transiting Uranus at 29 degrees, another special degree, which indicates prominence in another way. Is conjuncting, albeit an outer sign conjunction, is conjuncting her North Node at 2 degrees of Taurus. So here we have her North Node in Taurus. She's brought pleasure to people through her music because it's in the 11th house, the house of groups and associations and the world. Conjuncting Uranus, conjuncting her Venus. So this is a wonderful example of how she has and continues to integrate who she is. And she always has said, you know, I always wanted to be an actress, and I got into music to develop my talent, but also it was a way for me to explore how I could act out my different roles. And we all remember her outfits from way back when. So, you know, she really has synergized herself by, you know, taking this opportunity, was the leading lady, and then won the Oscar, and that was on February the 25th. So for you, North Node in Taurus or North Node in the second houses, what are your skills and talents that you can cultivate, that you can share with the world in a way that's meaningful to you, because it brings value to you and then brings value to other people. And it's in the bringing value to other people is where you're now going to start attracting more successful relationships, and that could be your intimate relationship. That also could be, you know, your relationship with others. Always approach it from a value-driven point of view, not a competitive one, but a creative one. So that's it, beautiful people. I just want to leave you with the affirmation, and the affirmation is that I manage myself when I live a value-driven life. That's it. Go out, explore your values, put together what are your top 10 values that you know if they were encroached upon you wouldn't stand for it, or where they are aligned with, then you can continue flowing downstream. So that's it, beautiful people. Put your comments in the comment box below. You know I always love to connect with you. Please share this episode with other people, and you can like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a personal reading, consultation with me, drop me an email at bybreensamuels@googlemail.com. So, until we see each other again, take care. Bye.